Well, it's finally time that I talk about this video, or kind of my story on me going to the Twice concert for the third time in Austin. I could have went four times, but unfortunately my friend Tammy, who I came to go visit as well, she couldn't because she had to cat sit. Boo hoo. But I went. I was still going as planned to go to their second day in Austin, which was the last day of the U.S. leg tour. Now, obviously, this video is way overdue. I was supposed to post this around maybe middle of May when it actually happened. I was too tired with finals and school and everything else that I couldn't properly make this video. But I was able to release a Texas vlog a few weeks ago. I think it was just me eating food, which, by the way, that's when I experienced traveler's diarrhea. I this was my first time flying out on my own, but skip the pouring part. Let's just talk about the experience there. And after that, I'll just show you a compilation of like the big hits for me that I recorded at the concert. They're all gonna be vertical, so bear with that. I didn't really plan to make a video on this, but here I am. So obviously this is the last tour of their US leg tour, but if you have been updated and been seeing clips of them performing throughout this whole tour, they have been very tired. They are clearly fatigued. They look like they don't want to do this anymore. The only member who's been like consistently active and looks like she is loving the concerts and all that is obviously Chiho. She does workouts and all that. Like, she does stay physically active. I think there's a clear difference in working out versus you doing like choreography lessons, and that would be like your workout. Like, I feel like how the muscles work between those two are a bit different. But I'm not a kinesiology expert or whatever. I'm not a PT whatever dude. I'm studying to be a nurse. I probably should know some iota of this, but I forgot everything. I feel like I'm a fraud. But anyways, they have been so tired that throughout the whole US, I don't think the nine of them were able to perform all together. Like, yeah, Taeyeon was there a little bit, but she was just sitting. And obviously I don't blame her. But after that, she had to dip out. And then somewhere in the middle, Chaeyoung had to leave, and then it was just stuck with seven of them. And I still enjoyed the concert. I can tell from this performance, in like as much as it's just the same set list over and over again, you can clearly tell that there was some mistakes being made. I'm not gonna lie. I think there were some moments where they went in a bit too early or kind of dragged a bit, or actually maybe more early part. But it's not like too noticeable. Like, it's not like jarring. It's not like ooh, like, I feel like if you're really deep into music, like, you can tell who, like, goes in a bit too early. Like, you can feel the tempo, you can feel the rhythm. Like, I'm all aware of that. And but they were able to fix it up on point, like within like a second or so. Like, they're professionals. Like, they can deal with that. And mistakes do happen. I'm not here like getting mad at them for it, but it just shows how tired they are. But I still had a great time there. I guess start to finish, let's just talk about how things went. Starting with right at the beginning when we were in line. So I had another Twice ticket. I don't want to go into the lore of how that even happened. I had an extra one, and I was selling it for $200 in cash. Like, the guy who offered me, he offered to get it for 200. I was like, bet. I went to go see him, and obviously I'm not stupid enough to see him in private. Like, I had to go in line and be in a public setting where everyone can see. Not that it would really mean much if he were to run away, because what I did, and this was stupid of me. This is the first time I sold a concert ticket, by the way. I transferred the ticket first without ever verifying if he had the cash for it. Because I was in such a rush, because I was already running late because of traffic after I was hanging out with Tammy. And my goodness, I didn't check if he had the cash. Like, he probably had, he could have just given me a wad of cash that wouldn't be up to $200. And oh my goodness, that was such a big mistake. Luckily, he was a faithful, honest man. I counted the cash. I double counted it. It was 200. It was all there. But I'm gonna know next time, if I were to ever be in a situation like that, I would, I would verify first if he has the cash and then transfer it. Which, by the way, that also reminds me, there is another thing I need to bring up. And there was this other dude who wanted my ticket for $10. I apologize in advance if the audio quality is bad. I'm at a library, by the way. Anyways, moving on. So, it starts from here when this guy asked me how much I'm selling it for. And I want to make it very clear. The tickets that I have is in section 106, row J, seat 8 at the Moody Center in Texas. That is the lower bowl where you get like a good view of them. So I was willing to negotiate for $200. That is, kind of pricey, but it's twice and it's a lower bowl. So I think that was pretty reasonable. But I was like, you know what? I'm still willing to negotiate. Brother says pass. I said I can go lower if I want. And he responds with 2-digit number. Dog, what do you mean 2-digit number? And I'm just sitting there just kind of like, that's odd. And he said he honestly needs two because he has to buy from two different people if he has to. I don't know what the hell he's talking about, but okay. I said, I can do 100. I'm giving you like half of what the value is right now, considering it's the third row in that section. Keep in mind, initial value was around 400. So I'm giving him a 75% off deal. He was telling me that I was basically explaining to him that I have an extra ticket and I'm just trying to throw it away just for some cash back. Like I'm not expecting a full profit or anything. Like I'm just trying to get some money back. I'm not going to go into specifics of how I got an extra ticket. That's like a boring story. He says another Asian can enjoy it for free rather than let it go to waste. And then he leaves a smiling ass emoji. I was so mad up until this point. So I said, okay, but I want my money back. Okay, you know what? Maybe I should probably just tell you exactly what happened. So I paid for a ticket that wasn't really a good view at the time. And on the day of, there was a better seat that opened up. I'm believing the scalpers released it. I bought it. So I was selling the ticket that I initially paid for that had a meh view. Again, it's a lower bowl. It's still a good view, but for me, I'm really stingy on what the angle is for me. I wanted to see them like from the center point. Okay, that's it. And then I told him I ain't doing no charity work. And then he says, what happens if no one buys it? And I said, well, boo-hoo. And he says, you rather no one buys it than do charity work? And I said, yeah, because in this life, no one gets it for free. And he says, good luck. And I said, okay. Like I just don't get it. How are you wanting a ticket for double digits? If you're talking about nosebleeds, I would give it to you for $5. This is a seat objectively one of the best out of the whole stadium. Not like the top, but close. But anyways, fast forward. Out of curiosity, he asked, would you rather let it go to waste or sell it for $5 to $10? What a cheap guy. I am not gonna give you a ticket for $10. This isn't charity work. This isn't me just being like, oh, nice and whatever. I'm not Mr. Beast throwing out things like it's freaking free. Like, I'm going to need some money back. I'm not expecting a profit, obviously, because it's the day of. All the prices have went down. But come on. Like, anything over $100 should be reasonable. Anything below that, it's if I was like close to you, sure. But I don't know you at all, and you wanted that for $10. Come on, you loser, man. Oh, you're not gonna believe it when I say this. If for those of my friends who are watching this, I actually started a wave. You're probably thinking that's not believable, Andrew. You don't have the balls to do that. But if I tell you exactly how it all happened, you're gonna believe it. So there were these three girls on my right. I think they were really beautiful, by the way. That doesn't matter. I asked them, hey, I don't know why. The wave is supposed to go this way, like clockwise. I asked the girls to my right, which is counterclockwise. It wouldn't have made sense, but whatever. I asked them, yo, y'all down to start a wave? And I was like shaking because I was like, oh, like I've always wanted to do this. I don't know. Do I have the guts to do this? So they said they were down and they were like, oh yeah, we did a wave yesterday too for their first day. I was like, oh, bet. I got up. I don't have the video footage. I have the video footage of the wave going around, but I think just hearing the story enough will let you believe me. I got up and said, hey, guys, we should all start a wave. Nobody responded. Nobody responded. And then I was like, you know what? Yeah, let's do it, guys. 1, 2, 3. And I lifted my hands up. Not a single movement. Not a single movement at all. The girls to my right, I swear, I think I've heard them giggling and had second-hand embarrassment for me. Oh my goodness, it was bad. But after the second attempt, there was some movement. And then finally on the third attempt, it actually went through. Here's the clip.
Yes!
Now, usually waves go on for more than, I believe, 4 revolutions to make it a successful wave. This one only went for like 1.5. It stopped midway, but it was because there was an announcement on the Jumbotron that they were coming out in a few, because it was like maybe like 2 minutes before like Twice actually showed up. But after that, the concert ended, and my goodness, my Lyft driver, I was waiting for him, and it was a long wait, by the way, but after that, he almost crashed. I kid you not. As I was going to get to my hotel, he almost crashed with me in it right before he dropped me off. And I was like, I don't know if I should tip this man, but I felt bad. He looked like he was in a bad mood. So I asked my mom, I was like, Mom, should I tip him? She's like, yes, son, tip him $10. And I was like, $10 for almost getting killed? No problemo. So I tipped him $10. And this is where the fun begins. I went to a Twice after party that's always advertised on those like random Instagram accounts, those K-pop Nara, whatever. I don't think it was K-pop Nara. It was something else. Oh, and this random guy, I was hanging out with Tammy. He saw my Twice hoodie that I was wearing, and this was like hours before the concert. He said I should show up to his after party. I don't know why he said his. I don't know if he was the one hosting it. It's at a bar called the Elysium, I think. I went there. I was supposed to bring $10 to like for admission. Didn't know that. I thought they would accept card, but they only accepted cash. I was like, oh shoot, I gotta walk back to the hotel. And the person who let me in, she was like, you know what? It's okay, man. Just come in. I was like, bet. Went in, got a drink. I thought it was nasty. I'm not a fan of alcohol, but I drank that and I finished it. But I had a drink before that at a random bar because I was like, this is probably the only time I'll ever go to a bar without having to worry about driving because, the bars are all walking distance. But anyways, I had a drink and everyone was like performing up on stage and people were just jamming out to Twice music and they were playing some other K-pop songs. I got tipsy enough to get confident enough to go onto the stage and do some dances as well. It was a very magical night. I think it was really fun. I also, tried to get to know a girl there. I didn't ask for her number. I think I was too scared for that part. I just wanted to tell her, hey, I thought you were really good at dancing. I also thought she was pretty, but I didn't know if that was appropriate to say in the context of what we were in, because she was wearing a pretty revealing outfit, but I don't know. I thought her dances were really good. I think, not like pro, but it was like near pro amateur level. Got done with that. I was still tipsy, was able to walk back to the bar, and then that was it. That was it for the Twice night. I had a really good time. I also had a really good time seeing Tammy. I think that was another thing that really pushed me to go to the Austin concert, because I get to see her. But that's all I gotta say for the concert. It was a really good experience. I'm definitely gonna do that again. Would it be in Texas? Of course, so I can see Tammy again. But I don't think I would do this for every K-pop group. I just really love Twice enough to actually do that. The whole thing costed $1,000, by the way, like everything. The trip, the concert tickets, and some of the merch that I bought. My mother was nice enough to cover my hotel fees with her points, and all the food was covered by my mom. Yay, Mom, thank you so much. Yeah, but I would only do it for Twice if they do tour back. I'm pretty sure they will. Nayeon said that see you next time. So I'm assuming that's slight confirmation that they will come back. I'll probably do it for LE SSERAFIM. Not this year though. I'm too busy. I can't, but maybe another time. But yeah, those are probably like the only 2 groups that I would actually be willing to fly over to go see. Anyways, enough yapping. That's the story. This video's already been 11 minutes so far. Here's the compilation of everything. Be warned, there are some clips that it kind of just abruptly closes, because I'm not someone who likes to record at concerts anymore. I love to enjoy the moments. There were just some things I just wanted to catch on camera, and that was it. So, please don't be, feeling like, oh, like, you edged me there, you blue balled me there. No, like the clips are still like good. They're very shaky though, because I didn't care how like professional it was. I just wanted to capture the moment. All right, that's all for the yap. Here's all the clips.
下个加一个哈，哦哇哈耶！为了哦哇哦哇啊给你的，我拿去买个，我不是一个，哦哇哈耶！耶！Oh my gosh. the taste. Don't come with another chase. Use that deep. Play with a girl like me. In my space. One kiss is all it takes. In my way deep. Play with a girl, don't play with a girl like me. Don't play with a girl like me. Don't play with a girl like. Wait a minute. I might just like you. Oh, she did it. I might just like you. Maybe sideways. Every day. Nowhere there. I got the taste. Don't come with a lot to chase. Use that deep. Don't play with a girl like me. In the space. One kiss is all it takes. You're in my way deep. Play with a girl like me. Don't play with a girl. Don't play with a girl like. Don't play with a girl. Don't play with a girl like. Woo! Yeah! Oh my gosh. Don't play with a girl like. Don't play with a girl like. Na. There's one more. There's one.